Obituary: Jimmy Lee Swaggart, 1935 to 2025. Iconic televangelist, gospel musician, author, and founder of a global ministry. March 15, 1935. Died July 1, 2025. Reverend Jimmy Swaggart, the influential Pentecostal preacher whose ministry reached millions across the globe, died on July 1, 2025, after suffering cardiac arrest on June 15. He was 90 years old. Born on March 15, 1935, in Faraday, Louisiana, Swaggart was raised in a deeply religious musical family, a cousin of rock and roll pioneer Jerry Lee Lewis and country star Mickey Gilley. Inspired at a young age, he delivered his first sermon at just 8 years old and began full-time ministry in 1955. He was ordained by the Assemblies of God in 1961 after his early work in oil fields and gospel music. Career highlights and achievements. Pioneering televangelism. Launched the Camp Meeting Hour radio broadcast in 1969, which grew to air on hundreds of U.S. stations within 5 years. Began his weekly television telecast in 1975, which by the mid-1980s was carried on over 500 stations, reaching nearly 2 million U.S. households weekly and hundreds of millions globally. Built Jimmy Swaggart Ministries into a multi-platform ministry valued at up to $140 to $150 million annually, including Florida's largest mail-order operation, magazine publishing, radio, and TV networks. Gospel music and awards. Released his first album, Some Golden Daybreak, in 1958 and went on to sell over 15 to 17 million gospel recordings. Earned a Grammy Award nomination in 1981 for Best Gospel Performance, Traditional, and was a multiple Dove Award finalist in the 1970s. Inducted into the Southern Gospel Music Hall of Fame on June 30, 2025, one day before his passing. Author and educator. Authored approximately 50 Christian books, including the Expositor's Study Bible, 38 Bible commentaries, and numerous study guides. Founded the Jimmy Swaggart Bible College in 1984, later known as World Evangelism Bible College, designed to train young pastors and gospel workers. Broadcast Network and AMP Ministry Continuity. In 2010, launched the Sun Life Broadcasting Network, SBN, and Sun Life Radio, expanding Jimmy Swaggart Ministries globally via radio, television, and the Internet. Continued preaching at the Family Worship Center in Baton Rouge, with leadership gradually passing to his son, Donnie Swaggart, before his death. Controversies and AMP comeback. Swaggart's meteoric rise was derailed by scandals in 1988 and 1991, involving involvement with sex workers that led to on-air confessions and his defrocking by the Assemblies of God. Despite moral and legal setbacks, he returned to ministry as an independent pastor and rebuilt a loyal following through his renewed outreach efforts. Legacy. Jimmy Swaggart's life spanned nearly 7 decades of ministry, music, and mass media pioneering, making him one of the most visible and controversial figures in modern American evangelicalism. Loved for his passionate worship style and gospel music, yet criticized for his moral failings, Swaggart embodied both the promise and perils of televangelism. He reached into millions of living rooms with a message of spiritual urgency, while his legacy remains complicated. He is survived by his wife Frances Swaggart, married for over 70 years, son Donnie, daughter Jill, grandchildren, and 9 great-grandchildren. Swaggart Bible College and the Sun Life Networks continue under his family's stewardship. Funeral arrangements. Funeral services were at the Family Worship Center Church in Baton Rouge. Public viewing/wake was Saturday, July 12th, and a celebration of life service, Sunday, July 13th. Jimmy Swaggart once said, "I didn't come to be popular, I came to make disciples." Despite the storms of scandal and decline, millions remember him as a preacher, musician, and man who devoted his life to spreading the gospel.